Today, we play Best of One.
The only one in Best of One.
What? Genius axes!
Ta-da!
Eurian. This is Standard. Hello and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB, and this deck may not look like too much. It may look like a weird pile to you doing the intro. I've got to tell you, this may be the best new deck I have played. This is, we describe it as a tokens deck. It's a Pia deck. It definitely likes having a lot of creatures on the field, but my God, it's so much more than that. You have to see it in action. And even some of the card choices that look bizarre, such as Light Up the Night, one of, Invasion of Gobakhan, one of, 3 Destroy Evil, 1 Thrill Seeker. Like, what's that? How is that good with little tokens? Like, all of them come together to do way more than you would expect. So you've got to check this out. All fired up, 5-0 to League with this. I know it was also played in a tournament where it finished 10-0. Was held in the first weekend that this was legal. So this deck has some competitive best of 3 pedigree, and I wanted to see what it would do in best of 1 exactly as the list was published. And it is a banger. So what makes it good? Well, first of all, you've got all the exile draw effects. Questing Druid is the only green card. This is basically a green splash to be able to cast the creature side of Questing Druid, because the adventure side, Seek the Beast, is an impulsive draw too. Just like Ren's Resolve, just like Reckless Impulse, just like Mishra's Research Desk, which are all in the deck. Because all that impulse draw absolutely fuels Pia, Council of Revival, into an absolute beatdown machine, and just making endless hard to block Thopters. And adding to it is the Adventure Zone, which when you cast a Questing Druid from Adventure, when you cast a Virtue of Loyalty from Adventure, those make Thopters too. And obviously the Virtue of Loyalty is great with a lot of creatures on the board because it puts all the +1/+1 counters on them and makes this card much better than some weirdo who might have put it in an Esper control deck. I did that. Wedding Announcement also populates the board very, very well. There are a ton of synergies, especially when it comes to the individual cards, all the one-ofs, that if I got into it, the intro would be extremely long. And I've learned from experience, you guys don't need the long intros if you watch the videos, because you get to see the stuff in action. So trust me on some of this. Let's get into the games. You will know exactly how it all comes together, because this deck is a banger. Thank you to my sponsors, CoolStuffInc.com and Moxfield. Remember to check them out with the links in the description. Now let's dive in. Let the nonsense begin. Our opponent has Teferi Avatar, and they're ranked 666, and that's spooky. It's so spooky. But this hand has Pia. We can't go wrong. Also has Invasion, which is pretty good. The thing with Pia, maybe there will be games where we want to play it on turn 2, but most of the time we want to play it when we can also make a Thopter after doing some exiling shenanigans. Let's invade Gobakhan. We're an aggro deck, but we don't have to always play like an aggro deck. So the opponent right now has nothing. Next turn is a tap land. Destroy Evil takes out the binding. We could make the invasion cost more. The Bramble Familiar dies to a lot of other things in our deck. Let's take the invasion. So this is binding mana, which is fine because we can, well, we could play a Swift Spear and just get it bound, I guess. Not the worst. And then we could Reckless Impulse, or if they bind it, Questing Druid. We could just pass in Questing Druid and then play the Swift Spear later and hurt their mana. Do they really want to bind the Swift Spear though? Really? Maybe? Let's find out. We don't want a Questing Druid because we'll lose the cards on end step, but we'll go for Impulse. And then we'll have some cards to play from exile next turn to make those Thopters. This will probably get them to bind, but then that's their big play. We can always blow up the binding later if we want our Swift Spear back. And they don't have anything for Pia, hopefully. They drew a tapped land. They play a familiar, okay. That's a Thopter, plus a Thopter. 2 more cards in exile for next turn. Keep working on that invasion. See if they have anything for the Pia now. They've got 5 mana. If they drew another invasion, they can do it. Not yet. Light up the night. We could transform the invasion now. We want to make Thopters, though. I also don't think we play Wandering Emperor. I mean, it's... Do we? It's not that it's a bad card. It's that velocity is way more exciting. I want to know what's on top of the deck. Ooh, more of these. That's what's on top of the deck. And we hit our land drop. That's a Thopter. All right, do we make absolute sure? Because what are the instants they could play? Another Leyline Binding? If they do that, I'm okay with that. Yeah, you had nothing. You had nothing. Rah! Light Shield Array and another Thopter, because that's how that card works. Oh my gosh. Ripped Thopters coming through. One more turn the opponent needs. They play a Cemetery Desecrator. What's your target? I imagine it will be Pia. What else would be a good target? Nope, Pia's fine. Strong. Ren's Resolve. Oh, baby. Swifty, Swifty. If we Ren's Resolve again, are they dead? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh, it's so close. We've got Light Up the Night. The thing is, I need to get the damage through the Desecrator, and the Desecrator, when it dies, kills something. So if I destroy Evil the Desecrator... Well, they can't... I guess they kill a Thopter? Which isn't insane. We also have Light Up the Night, which can go face for 1, but we would need them not to block, and they will. All right, just ride it. Just keep going. Why not? What could go wrong? Beautiful. With Bargain, this does 3, but it's also a Prowess trigger. And we can kill the Bramble Familiar so that they can't play a 7 next turn. Say hello to my army. With Bargain, no. Just 2 damage will do. Hey-ya! Got there. The getting the Thopter and the Prowess trigger definitely put it over the top. Our opponent is ranked number 8 in Best of 1 Standard, which is insane. We're on the play with a Pia we keep. What does one play? Well, they play J Sleeves with Mono Red. That's how they do it. They just bluff their way all the way to victory. I do think we're supposed to take out the Kamano Faces Kakazan. It's too good. They go right for a Feldon. We play a Pia, they'll probably kill it. Let's try to hit our land drop. And we do. Unfortunately, next turn will be a tapped land. But we will have a Light Up the Night. It'll deal 1. That's probably not very good. Either way, though, it's a tapped land. So which color do we need? Let's take this one, because we're not using this turn. Please make it a 1/1. They do. That can be killed by Light Up the Night. And they discard a chick. And they play a chick. Obviously planning to get a chick back next turn after turning it into a new card. All right. Here's Pia. Here's a Thopter. Doesn't come back. And it blocks. But it's kind of... I think what they're going to do, though, is kill the Pia. So, I mean, what's more important, killing the chick or the scoundrel? I guess it's the chick, right? I can't pay the 1. I have to pay 0, but it's 0 plus 1 because it targets a creature. And we're already at 11, so we are in trouble. We do have a Wandering Emperor. That doesn't win the game on its own against red. They're curving out. They get to get a chick back. But only if they attack with everything, and if their last card isn't a Lightning Strike, they're running into the Pia. I don't think it is. We go to 7. We have nothing to cast from exile here. We could resolve for it, but we could also play Wandering Emperor and kill this Feldon before it does any more damage. I think it's better to get the Thopters, to be honest, though. Wandering Emperor is a big use of mana. Destroy evil and virtue? All right, hold. Invasion. Is it my face? What is it? It's the knight. Okay. The aggression is unchecked. It must be checked. And the exile is mountains. What are you doing? That's not how you get to number 8 Mythic. Yeah, kicking Monored out of the top 10. Let's go. Quick break from the action to let you guys know that if you want to meet me, CGB, the one in Best of One, I will be doing meet and greets at the Game Nights booth at Magic Con Las Vegas. So after you're done, you know, waiting in the like 3-hour line to meet Jimmy and Josh, or yeah, they're cool. I know. You can also meet me, CGV, at the Game Nights booth in Las Vegas on Sunday from 4 to 5 p.m. Info there on the screen. Go get your shark token signed. I also do, people ask me this all the time, an unnerving amount if I'll sign Jin Gitaxis. Yeah, sure, I'll sign your mountain. I don't care. I'm just happy that you're there. I'll sign whatever card you want to bring. It's cool. You're cool. All right, back to the video. I get to keep another hand on the draw. It's a little, I don't know. It's not perfect, right? It's a little slow. Our opponent with a forest. Green, black. Yeah, green is back in the meta because black is busted. That's how that works. Mosswood Dread Knight. Not the kind of thing you want to trade with. They get so much value from this card. The thing you want to hit with the Wandering Emperor, though. Destroy Evil should be good for Shieldred. Underdogger, okay. We've got all the little 3/2s. Got a Bivouac. I've got Vigilance, I'm gonna use it. If they want to trade, I mean, they're looking at their cards like value cards. They don't know how much value I have in my deck, though. It's a sneaky amount of value. Not ambush blocking. I sneaky want them to play a Shieldred. They don't. They miss their land. Pretty big deal. There's an Impulse. Let's get the... I mean, we could set up Wandering Emperor. Let's attack with the Knight. Get it killed. by the removal spell. Which if they use a cut down, you're going to be like, you could have flashed in Wandering Emperor. Nah, I wouldn't there. It's not the plan. All right. Now, if I play the Wandering Emperor and exile this, they can power up the Foundry. Let's pass. That's what we're looking for. Just a lonely Dread Knight attacking. That's what we're looking for.
Finally, I'm home. This is what you get for hurting my...
Will it be a Shieldred? It'll be a Tortoise. Oh, you can't destroy that evil. Ah, Tortoise is good value. Wait. I have tricks. Hold on. But first, let's Ren's Resolve. We might hit another Destroy Evil. Okay. Yes, I'm sure. I'm gonna get punished by a Shieldred so hard, but I feel clever, and that's what's important. The underdog can take out the Wandering Emperor, which is sad, but it does take their whole turn. And we're gonna have a really fun turn afterwards. Hopefully they don't have untapped black. They do. Okay. The untapped black means they might kill the Pia in response to our first Thopter, and we might not get many Thopters out of it, but we try. We go for it. Don't kill her. Don't kill her. Love to see it. It's happening. Let's go, Thopters. All right, so these are going away next turn. Good to know. There's the... They must have just drawn that. There's no way they just held that, right? Huh. Mania. Who knows? Here's a Trespasser. We can torch the tower to get rid of that. Discarding the desk seems fine. All right, sequencing. What's the best sequence for this kind of play? We would love to find another Pia, so maybe we lead on the Ren's Resolve. Find a Swifty. Okay, Swifty's not bad. So we still want to play Swifty, Questing Druid, torch the tower. I will discard the desk. Man, I love the amount of impulse draw in this. It is really fun. I mean, it's a land. I haven't land dropped this turn, but we don't need a lot more land, I don't think. As much fun as it can be. This I want to do on the opponent's turn so I have cards for next turn. Wait, will it be there? Oh, it won't be there, will it? Wait, when did I exile this? What? How long is it around? You may play it until end of turn. Until the end of your next turn, you may... I have forgotten when my Questing Druid expires. Somebody rewind the tape. I'm sure the Virtue is new. I'm pretty sure the Questing Druid was here. And I won't have it on end turn. So, and it even says you may play until end of turn. So I'm going to play this side because I don't have the mana to play the Seek the Beast side. And now you guys can yell at me because I missequenced and I could have had 2 +1/+1 counters. 2 +1/+1 counters on my Questing Druid. And it doesn't matter because the opponent is completely slayed. So far, this deck is a banger. And I mean a banger. Beaten 3 of the major meta decks. We get the Wandering Emperor one of in every hand. Our opponent is now into mono red look with blue white. Okay. Let's Virtue. And then after we Virtue, will resolve or announce. Looks like blue-white control. So this is another, like, I can't complain. 4 games, 4 different decks that I would say are very meta right now. And I feel, I don't know, it could just be the vibe, but I feel like I'm in these games. I do not like having to run my wedding announcement into a counter, but I think it's the right play. We just gotta get the cards out of their hand. Whoa, they did something. So they don't have Memory Deluge, and they might not have Wandering Emperor. Okay. Swift Spear is a pretty good draw. We do hit our land drop. Beautiful. Trying to slow roll the Pia. They have a whale. I will put it on top, just because that would be funny, but no. You're gonna slam the whale? They're gonna slam the whale. All right, cool. This is an opening for Pia for sure. Here is my desk. Do we activate it? They might fare well, so yeah, we should activate it while we can, right? Really looking for a land and or 1-mana card. Invasion Evil. I mean, the Destroy Evil takes out the whale, but is that really the priority? I'm keeping the invasion. Like, if they want to attack me with this whale, good. But more likely, they're going to board wipe and blow up their own whale. Impulse. Let's keep it going. I would like to invade Gobakon, and I have triggers. Ooh, it resolves. What you got there? Sunfall. They held Sunfall. They must have just drawn Sunfall. They have another whale. Well, that's fun. And Soul Partition. Yeah, they're no fun at all. We should make Sunfall cost a lot, though, so it takes their whole turn. Now, they can't counter what we do, so let's pile up some cards. Could really use some land. I'm getting a little bit nervous about that. See if they do anything about this. All right, let's see if they just cast another whale. They Murex. Well, if they Sunfall, they know that we rebuild, possibly with a Chandra, which is rawr. It's a lot. So we'll see if they hold or go for it. Man, there's too many creatures on the board. Most blue-white mages get really nervous. Ah, no land. Not like this. All right, land maybe. I'm just burning all the good cards in my deck. We get a Pia. And we do get the land. The wedding announcement goes away, so we should play that. And next turn we have the Pia. Mana inefficiency really catching up to us, though. This part for sure. We're seeking beasts. Any beasts? Another Pia. Oh no. I blew it. I blew it. Well, we're gonna lose it anyway. God, if I should have done that first. Obviously, the sequencing of that would have been so right to do that first, to seek the beast before playing our first Pia, even if we knew we wanted to. Let's see, they've got a Soul Partition, and they've got a 6/6 that they're going to activate. Let's see if they use their mana to get rid of both of these. Nope, they let it happen. They might Soul Partition the invasion itself, which is a thing you can do. All right, I moved to end step. What are you gonna do? You've done nothing this turn cycle. Ah, that's what they're going to do. They're looking for another sunfall. We are feeding their Celestis like crazy. Can't prevent that with the light shield array. Are they going to try to start beating me down now? This is on an adventure. This is on an adventure. Nothing in that kind of exile. It's just so nervous. You can feel how nervous control mages are sometimes. Seek. Torch the tower, not very good. Reckless impulse, we'll see. Pia. Well, definitely playing Pia. Still no land. Kind of insane. Hey, it makes the Thopter. I wonder what they have in mind for these cards they refuse to cast. Like, truly. They power up the weaker one? Okay. I would not have played this the way they are. Doesn't mean they're right and... That doesn't mean I'm right and they're wrong, necessarily. It's just surprising. Like, I feel like they're playing very nervous, you know? But this is where we have to find ways to get chip shots, because we're actually closer to winning than they know. Farewell is a card, by the way. A card that does worry me. So I think they're going to wipe the board and we'll lose something anyway, so it's tempting to attack all, but at the same time, that does mean they don't want to use their spells. Here's a Wandering Emperor, sure.
Run away. You'll be safer.
Sack. I think they're going to sweep anyway. It's not like we're missing out on the +1/+1 counters. We've got more of those. And I think they're going to exile sweep. They're definitely the type to favor exile, like Farewell. So I think we have to use that light shield array while we can. Wrecked. But I'll take it. It's fine. I guess what I hate is I'm out of the hasty threat that Pia is, but we still have the Bivouac. They do have this 6/6, but we have a Destroy Evil. You swinging? I mean, gotta get that +1/+1 counter.
Remember your training.
Okay, they've got 3 mana open. Light up the Night and Thrill Seeker is action, right? I want to see if this resolves. Oh, they don't even have anything. They've got the Whale. So we gotta watch out for the Whale. Is this Planeswalker? Yep.
Still have much to learn.
Missed a few counters on this. But I think it's okay. I was certainly trying to figure out if they had responses, what they might be. They discarded a Soul Petition. Sus. How do we get the damage in? See if this resolves. If they soul partition the questing druid, I believe I can do the adventure side. They do not soul partition the questing druid. Wow. Wowie wow wow. Uh-huh. Surprising no one.
I'm not overconfident. You're just underwhelming.
14. Beast seeking commence. Your face. No life. 3 points. now they need to wail up. I gotcha. I'm not surprised. All right, play this. Play this. Counters. Oh, the value. Oh, they in danger. Do you feel the danger? Haven't seen that many counter spells, right? One make disappear. They discarded a union. Do you know your own life total? Sus. Highly sus. The thing with the light up the night, no matter how many lethal lines you think you saw, we gotta try to get it around a counter spell.
Keep watch for intruders.
Interesting. Virtue. Learning lessons here. Don't mind me. Just gonna cast this first. Might have cost me the game. Two cards. They want to flashback a memory deluge, which they can definitely do and still have counterspell mana available. They want to find another sweeper. They have to respect the board as it is. If we get to our end step, this gets bigger. And then instant speed, we want to be able to Wandering Emperor and Virtue. So that's 2 mana. So I think we just land pass here. I think this is the play. They do that. They're at an effective 3. We might be able to get a counterspell out of them with the Wandering Emperor. Maybe with the Virtue too. They also need their Union. I mean, we also know that they need the board wipe. So can they board wipe and counter and Union all in the same turn? There's the Sunfall. 5 to your face. Wandering Emperor. Resolves.
Now you've done it.
2/2. Virtue.
Let your blade do the talking.
This has to do it, right? Let's plus the Wandering Emperor because then Light Up the Night can hit for 3.
Show them
It's a
how
3-pointer,
we
then a
are
3-pointer. You can force them to use their mana ahead of time, or we might catch them off guard. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. It's not enough to also power up the Forge. So here we go. You're still gonna die. So you gotta have something else. A whale. Two mana open, no creature on board. It could be a negate. think what they're looking at is probably a soul partition though, right? A smite. Okay. That resolves. So, opponent, how you doing? How would you say your game is going today? Bang. We light up the night. I feel like, I mean, you guys can tell me if I'm wrong, you other experienced masters of control. I feel like they played that game in a way that they expected their board wipes to win the game for them. This deck is much more resilient to board wipes than people understand. It's really all about card draw and constant pressure on the board every single turn, and board wipes don't stop that. On the play, this hand is fire. Keep. Although I think we have to lead on a tap land. I don't think we are supposed to just play the Swift Spear. I think that would be a mistake. It's not a full aggro deck. You can't treat it like one. Is this control again? Perhaps. Well, in that case, the desk draw makes this interesting. I have to be sure I hit land for next turn. And what I was going to do is pass and cast Questing Druid and then cast a Ren's Resolve if I still didn't hit it. But now I actually think this is a fine play because we have a desk to try to hit land next turn, as well as the Ren's Resolve and the Impulse. And we start the clock against what's probably a blue-white control deck again. And they go straight to Sunset Revelry. Okay, well, while they're tapped out, we should probably cast one of these Ren's Resolves and hopefully hit a land that can also activate Desk on end step. Ooh, 2 lands. But one of them is a tap land, so we'll just do this. Love seeing him nervous. With mana up, I don't think we want to send out Pia, but let's see if they do anything about Swifty. Resolves. Yeah, I don't think we send out Pia here. So what do we do? Do we Questing Druid? Seems pretty good. I guess we'd want to do that on their turn. Try to waste their counterspell mana. 3 mana is not the mana realm you want to play into against blue-white. This is where maybe they're sitting on Dissipate or Make Disappear, and you just want to make them waste that mana and not do anything with their turn. Although quick study gamers might be figuring things out. That's too bad. That's too bad. We could try to hit another spell to survive the smite, but I think we let it go. Two of them. Wow. Tempting to play a Pia here. I think we do. I think that's the play. Get it around counter magic and don't put Pia in combat. Whales, smites, wandering emperors, destroy evils. Most things do not interfere with Pia if she just chills and doesn't attack. So we get our land drop for next turn, or we get a wedding announcement. Wedding announcement's really good. So our lands. I like the free value. You know me, I try to hit all my lands. Cringe. Would you like to counter that? Nope. Well, we got some reactive cards. Not particularly good. We could seek, but then we can't play anything we get, so let's just zap. We could save that for a Wandering Emperor, though. Maybe I was supposed to. Probably was supposed to, actually. Let the punching commence. No sunfall? You sure? Okay. Let's start here. I seek the beast. Cool. That's a Thopter. Also a Thopter. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Another Pia, huh? We have these until the end of the next turn, yes? Yes. Means we could attack with this Pia and have a new Pia. I do think they've got the Wandering Emperor. Yeah, let's save the new Pia for next turn. Force them to have a board wipe, maybe a farewell. Mind Splice, here we go. That is a card. Gets its first counter. When it's at 13 though. They could White Suns here. 1 mana Sunset Revelry. Count is 3-3. 13 to 18. Yep. Okay. Doesn't help much against the Thopters. Okay. In response, I will seek the beast and try to keep them from drawing a card. Land. Ground creatures. Think it through. This is a free Thopter. This is extra mana. This turn, I guess they don't have Wandering Emperor. If they gang up and kill the Pia, we could cast a new Pia. We would love to cast... We have to cast the Impulse, right? Think it through. Gotta remember, these go away. These 3 go away this turn. Warcrafting and a new Bivouac. We have that until the next turn. I think I'd love to play the wedding announcement, but we're gonna lose the Pia. They're down to 2 cards. They really need a card draw effect, like really bad. We need to keep so much pressure on the board that's hard for them to play it. If they don't kill the Pia, I can just cast the wedding announcement instead. See if they have a counter. They let that go. That starts to make the Thopters into growing threats, which is a big deal. Oh, they're going to do something about it. Maybe they have a march. Vanished into eternity. It's a different one. You don't see that every day. One card left. If it's a card draw effect, they're in it. It is. Okay, they are in it. We have to make them pay. But to deal as much damage as we possibly can here. That's a Thopter. That's a Thopter. Wow. Well, eventually they have to get rid of the Pia, right? If it's still around next turn. But, oh, it has to be played this turn and we already played a land. Oh, this is terrible. This is exactly the stretch we don't want. Out of 4 cards, too. So I guess let that be. So we have a Virtue of Loyalty, a Torch the Tower, and a Research Desk. I guess we'll play one of these. It's a lot of damage. But man, putting those Pias on the bottom is straight up scary. That was very unlucky. Yeah, this game is slipping away. I feel like it slipped away right there on that Warcrafting. If they had a reasonable draw off the top with that scrutiny, if they have a White Sun's Twilight, I don't know if we can do this. There it is. That's pretty good. Is this any target? Creature or planeswalker? Too bad. Well, their hand is pretty dead. We just have to figure out how to survive. How do we survive against 8 of these? We need to put them on a 2-turn clock. Oof. It's not like the Virtue does a lot. It's not like the Bivouacs do a lot. We gotta gas up this deck. We needed a Pia, and they were both at the top. That's so unfortunate. Alright, I guess we have to find Voldarian the Thrill Seeker. We've got to find the Thrill Seeker, right? That is a route we could take. So I think we should start digging this turn instead of playing Virtue. Swifty or another Virtue. The Virtue, Swifty gets more damage in this turn, I guess. So we need it. We do need it. Flipping the invasion doesn't do us much good. This is a prowess trigger. Yeah, we need to draw some really good stuff. If we transform this, we get 2+1/+1 counters. Our opponent's still at 15 though, and we can prevent the smite. Also, like, if they just top deck a Twilight, we're not dead. I don't know. It is more counters. A counter there on the Questing Druid, 2 counters here. So it's a bigger attack for next turn, but I don't know if it's enough. Demo field. All right, they have the smite. Engaging here just means we have to use the array, right? But I guess that's fine. They use the smite here. You might not even use it. But 5 poison against 5. We just need 1 blocker and they don't kill us next turn. They do have a demolition field for the Bivouac. We've got to remember that when trying to figure out lethal. Virtue of Loyalty basically hands out vigilance to the team as well, so we'll have blockers. Yeah, we don't necessarily die next turn. Oof. Okay. Triggers. We power this up, they'll just hit it with the demolition field, right? But I guess make them have it? Or we could make them use the mana on their turn, not that it really matters with a Mind Splice. If they do it now, if they don't wait for me to tap the creature, can we still get the other Bivouac active? I think we can. We have to have a basic. And that's good because it gets a +1/+1 counter, but you know, minor point. 1 basic, did it. Opponent gets to thin their deck. I'm sure it will matter so much. There's second apparatus. Swing. They go to 4. We untap our creatures. Yeah, that 1 counter might matter. It attacks for 4 now. They're going in. They drew another White Suns, didn't they? Please let it be depopulated, not White Suns, please. Please. It is! We have a chance! The 1+1+1 counter. It could be everything. Does it resolve? As in damage. Does damage resolve? Lethal attack. Your go. Classic Mind Splice deck. That's game. Never. Didn't have it. And we are back for the post-game wrap, and I've got my stats pulled up from Untapped. Use my link in the description. Download the app. It supports the channel. Anyway, I played 5 games. I won 5 games. I beat the aggro deck. I beat the control deck. Did I play perfectly? Absolutely not. You might play better. I could play better. What more can you ask for? This might be the best deck in Standard. Time will tell. Go out there, play it. I copied the list pretty much exactly. I didn't change any cards, and am I impressed? Yeah, I'm really impressed. Even the one-ofs came to play. That Light Up the Night, the Wandering Emperor showed up again and again. You know who wasn't pulling her weight? Chandra. Chandra, what were you doing? Just getting exiled. That's what you were doing. But that's going to happen sometimes. So yeah, try this deck out. It might be the truth. Anyway, you stayed till the end of the video. Thank you very much. That is the #1 thing you can do for this channel. So remember to hit like, hit subscribe. You are cool. CoolStuffInc.com is a proud sponsor of me, CGB, and you can get my unique Dragon Rider token and 5% off your entire order by using the code CGB5 at checkout. Trust me, you don't want to miss out on this sweet dragon token. If you need singles for constructed or kitchen table play, and you want to pick up sealed product or the latest Magic accessories, remember to use the code CGB5 at checkout for 5% off and get my Dragon Rider token. CoolStuffInc.com. Cool stuff in stock.